Hello students, today we are going to learn about K-map reduction rules. We know that we use K-map for reducing the Boolean expressions. For reducing the Boolean expressions using K-map, first we have to know how we can form the groups in K-map. So today's video focus more on the reduction rules and group formation on K-map. Okay, so today we are going to learn a new term called gray code, right? So actually gray code is a numerical code, as you can see. It's a numerical code, and on the right hand side that image you can see I'm using, instead of x, y, z, I'm using zeros at once, right? So you please read the definitions given on the screen. It is a numerical code used in computing in which consecutive binary numbers differ only in one digit. So that is the definition for the gray code. So here you can see that, see the left hand side we are using the variables, right? On the right hand side we are using the gray code. See on the left hand side, see the x values, it is x bar and x. The same place we are using 0 and 1. So it is actually it is a representation of an SOP expression. In SOP, x bar means normal form, x bar means it is complementary form, x means normal form, right? So x bar means it is, in SOP it is 0, x means it is 1. And in the same way, you see the YZ values. So y bar Z bar actually it is equal to y bar 0 0, and y bar Z it is 0 1, and y Z it is 1 1, and y Z bar it is 1 0. Okay. Okay, here you can see on the left hand side it is a 4 variable K-map. Of course it is an SOP expression. Here on the left hand side you can see I am representing using the variables. On the right hand side the same I am representing using the gray code, right? So if you see the left hand side, it is for the AB values, A bar B bar equal to 0 0, because A bar in SOP it is 0, B bar in SOP is 0. So A bar B it is 0 1 in gray code, AB it is 1 1 in gray code, A B bar it is 1 0, and similarly you can see the CD values. So in our K-map minimization process we may use the variables, sometimes we may use the gray code. It is up to you which method you have to use, right? Sometimes even on the question paper they might be using gray code representation we have to solve. Okay. Okay, here you can see the 2 variable K-map. Here I am using the gray code for representing the x and y values. Okay, please see that. For y bar it is 0, y it is 1. For x bar it is 0, x it is 1. Okay. Now it's a 3 variable K-map. Again the representation using the gray code. You can see one side it is A and another side it is BC. So all these samples, all these examples I am using the SOP expression. So A means you can see the values A bar and A. So instead of A bar I am using 0, and instead of A I am using 1. Again see the BC values. First one it is B bar C bar. Instead of B bar C bar I am using 0 0. Then second one it is B bar C. So it is 0 1, and BC that is 1 1, and BC bar it is 1 0. Okay. Okay, here you can see the 4 variable K-map. Again the representation using the gray code. Okay. So instead of A bar B bar I am using 0 0, and instead of A bar B I am using 0 1, instead of AB I am using 1 1, and instead of 1 0 instead of A bar B I am using 1 0. And then in the same way the CD values, C bar D bar is 0 0, C bar D it is 0 1, C D it is 1 1, and C D bar it is 1 0. Okay. Okay, here we are going to see the rules for forming the groups on the K-map. Please see that all these examples based on the SOP, and for POS also the same rules apply, right? So okay, now first see that the rule number 1, group must contain 1, 2, 4, 8 or powers of 2 as group members or cells. Okay, first you can see that first image 2 ones are, so on a 2 variable K-map, 1 1, that is a group of 2, that is right. And in the case of the second image, you can see there is a formation of 3. Actually group of 3 cells is not allowed. And on the below that image you can see there is a formation of group 4. So group 4 is accepted, but group 5 is not accepted. So when we form the groups, make sure that we are forming the group containing elements 1, 2, 4 and 1, 2, 4 and 8. So make sure that when we form the groups should contain 1 element, or it may contain 2 elements, or it can contain 4 elements, or it can contain 8 elements, or even it can, because we are only using up to 8 elements to form a groups, right? Okay, next one is the very important rule, that is the rule number 2, group must be horizontal or vertical but not in diagonal, as you can see on the image, right? We are forming the groups. On the left hand side you can see the diagonal grouping is there, that is not allowed. On the right hand side you can see we have 3 ones and we are forming 2 groups, right? So we can form the groups in horizontal or vertical. Okay, next one is rule number 3, that is groups can be formed using zeros or ones but not together, right? So this rule you can see that when it is the SOP expression we use 1 to mark the cells, and when it is a POS expression we use the 0 to represent the cells, right? So actually it is quite easy, because when we represent an SOP expression using the K-map, we only use 1, because there is no question of we are putting zeros on the remaining cells. So we put 1 on the SOP cells and we put 0 on the POS cells. So when we form the groups, we have to combine either zeros. So we have to form a group of either zeros alone or ones alone. Don't try to mix together. That is, as you can see in the image, 0 1 it will not form a group, where 1 1 can be a group, right? Okay, next rule is rule number 4. So as per the rule it is each group should be as large as possible, right? So here in the given image you can see that on the left hand side we are forming a group of 4. We are forming a 2 group. Each group contains 4 elements. That is, you can see that 4 ones vertical and 4 one horizontal. And on the right hand side you can see that image contains 3 groups. That is the 3 pairs, right? So when we form the group, our aim should be form the larger groups. Instead of creating smaller groups, we always try for creating a larger group. So given in the image, you can see that on the right hand side, which is the wrong one, so they are forming pairs as 3. When we form the groups in pairs, there are 3 groups coming. When we form the groups as quad means it is 4 members of group, there is only 2 groups. So we have to make sure that we form the larger groups, right? And always consider we are forming less number of groups also. Let me repeat again. When we form the groups, make sure that we are forming the larger groups, right? And the number of groups should also be very less. So example, let me repeat again. Here in the given example, you can see that when we form the groups of pairs, we have 3 groups, and when we form the groups of quad, that is quad means it is 4. So when we form the group of 4, we are getting 2 groups. So we have to give priority to the less number of groups. Less number of group means in this you can see the left hand side one which contains 2 quads. So 2 quads, which is the 2 quads, so which contains 2 quads, right? And on the right hand side it is 3 pairs is there. So we have to form the groups as large as possible. Next is rule number 5. So here we can see that the rule number 5 is group may overlap, right? So here you can see 2 images. The upper one we can see we are forming 2 quads, that is the group of 4 cells. So you can see that there is an overlap between the cells. So groups may overlap, that is allowed in the K-map grouping, whereas in the case of the below diagram, you can see that we are forming the groups as pairs, right? So here groups are not overlapping, but we have to give the priority that we have to form the larger groups. When we form the larger groups, there is a possibility that groups may overlap. Okay. Okay. Next one is an important rule, and you have to be very careful. Rule number 6 it is. So we can form the groups. We can form the groups like you can see the leftmost cell in a row may be grouped with the rightmost cell, and the top cell in a column may be grouped with the bottom cell. Okay, here you can see that we have the leftmost cell contains values, that is 1 1, and rightmost cell contains 1 1. Actually we are forming a quad from these leftmost cells and the rightmost cells, right? And again here in this diagram you can see that there are, here in this cell you can see that there are 2 groups. 2 groups means 2 quads. 2 quads are like you can see that 2 quads joining 2 quads, 1 quad joining the leftmost cell and the rightmost cell. Another quad joining all the ones on the corners. That is the leftmost corner, top part, rightmost corner, top part, and again leftmost corner, that lower part, and rightmost part cell, lower part, right? So the groups can be formed in this way also. Okay, next rule is that there should be as few groups as possible, right? So we have seen the similar image or similar diagram earlier, right? So here you can see that on the left hand side we have 2 quads, right? And whereas in the right hand side picture you can see that there are 3 groups, which is 3 pairs, right? So we have to consider there should be as few groups as possible. So we have to reduce the number of groups. The same point I tried to explain in the previous, in the before slide. Okay, so I hope this will reduce the confusion, right? Okay, students, that's the end of today's class. I request all of you to please go through the previous videos and try to understand the K-map concept, which is very important one, right? Please also refer your textbook and welcome all the queries and doubts. You please contact me. I'm ready to help you. Okay. So okay, if you can also send me the feedback of all the videos. Okay. I'll see you with another video in the next class. Till then, bye.